All right. There's a rise in Texan news, guys. Today, today we have an interview, special guest interview. We have excuse me. We have Frank Lopez Jr. with us today. He is a U.S. veteran, a retired Border Patrol agent, and the chairman of the Verde Republican Party. Um, we got in contact with Frank, and Frank agreed to have an interview with us to bring you guys a perspective from a retired Border Patrol that has served in this area that can give us some insight on what we have going on right now, the situation at our border. He is also the Valverde Republican chair, and he has several accolades as well, U.S. veteran and everything. And we want to go ahead and bring him on. We wanted to bring him on our show to give you guys an idea from that kind of perspective as a retired Border Patrol that has dealt with these types of situations that were going on. That it's really an unprecedented situation what we have going on in our border currently, or in 2021. So without any delay, we want to go ahead and bring out Frank, introduce him. Again, we're bringing him on to you guys so you guys can see and hear from an expert in the area about the border crisis that we're having. And of course, you know how we like to do here. We'll go ahead and speak about different things as well. We won't keep them waiting any more longer. Frank,
Hey, what's up? How you doing,
Frank?
Isaac?
Good evening, man. Hey, thank you. Right off the bat, thank you very much for joining us. I know we've been trying to set up this interview for a while, and thank you for joining us. Again, Frank is a U.S. veteran, over 30 years of the Border Patrol. He's a U.S. Border Patrol retired, of course, but a lot of experience is here talking with us right now. He's also the Republican chairman for the Valverde County.
Yes,
And
sir.
now, the main reason, Frank, again, thank you for joining us, that we wanted to bring you on. And as a retired Border Patrol, you have that expertise in our area, of course, of serving in the capacity to see how these. You have an insight. Let's put it that way. From being 30 years with Border Patrol, have you ever seen the situation that we have currently? Where
No,
we
bro.
have, I mean, go ahead. I'll let you take it from there, Frank.
No, it's crazy. Isaac, I remember 2018, bro, when the caravans were coming up from Central America. People thought that was bad. Biden, before he became president, he said he was going to welcome the world, bro. People could come in. And, the thing about it, bro, is when people forecast that, when you give the green light, when you encourage, people are going to do it, man. And so that's why we saw this crazy flood. And the stats are crazy. I was trying to share earlier with you. But if folks go to just simple, real quick, bro, CBP, Southwest Border Apprehensions, it's going to bring you to the CBP site, bro. Mm-hmm. And right now, the numbers are from March to fiscal year 21, bro, from March 2020 to fiscal year 21 March. Mm-hmm. Del Rio sector, which is 41 counties, and it goes down to Carrizo Springs and then out to Comstock here in Valverde County.
How far is that district? Just for reference of the people, the Del Rio
about 210 miles, bro.
210 miles of the border.
Yeah, the Del Rio sector. There's 20 sectors in the Border Patrol, and so the Del Rio sector is responsible for about 210 miles. If you think it goes from the Valverde County line down past Carrizo Springs a little bit. Basically, Webb County with Laredo, which would start the Laredo sector. So it's about 210 miles, and but the numbers are crazy, man. It's been 194% increase just in children, bro, unaccompanied alien children, 0 to 17. And the thing about it is, we're focused here in Del Rio, but down in the Rio Grande Valley, bro, last year they had 6,351 kids, bro, unaccompanied children, fiscal year 21 up to March. 20,964, bro. Only almost 21,000 unaccompanied alien children, bro. That's in the Rio Grande Valley. You go to Tucson, 3,800 last year, fiscal year 2020 up to March, the same time frame. This year, 7,000, bro. That's an 83% increase. Down in Yuma, they've had a 237% increase. Like I said, Rio Grande Valley, 230 también. El Paso, 232% increase. And Del Rio, 194. Big Bend, which is right next door, west of us, that's 233%. It's astronomical numbers. It's a bunch of children, bro, and it's a travesty, bro. Because think about it. These are families that are being destroyed. These are families that children are being separated. And we got the case down here in Quemado where those 5 little girls were separated. And the mom left them there, bro. I mean, she came out later. She had been on the news. She left, I think it was two of her daughters, 2 or 3 of her children there. And then other parents left their children. It's honestly, bro, that's an evil, man. It's evil, bro. It's bad. Children need to be with their families. There's a narrative out there. We got to remember, bro, people are going to make up. There's rhetoric, there's talking points. It's kind of like we've seen it in the morning. It's like the mainstream media gets in sync. It's like they get their talking points, and you go to all the different channels and everybody's talking the same thing. And so as a Republican chairman, and I'm also the committee man for SD 19, the way that the Republican Party of Texas divides that up, bro, there's 31 Senate districts in Texas. And so for each Senate district, there's a male and a female. You had Dr. Alma Arredondo Lynch on here. She's my counterpart in SD 19. And, there's a sense, bro, here in our community, we've got to deal with this problem about this children being separated, bro. It's terrible. It's a horrible thing. And I'm going to just say it like it is, bro. As a county chairman and as a Senate Republican executive committee man, with the Republican Party of Texas, bro, it's the left, bro. The socialists have taken over the Democrat Party, bro. I'm not calling people who consider themselves Democrats bad people, bro. What I'm saying is that there are people that have hijacked that program, they've taken it over, and it's time for good Democrats, bro. Good Democrats to get out of that party, bro, because the driver in the seat right now, actually Biden's not even driving it, bro. There's people that are pulling his strings, man. Honestly, bro, that guy can barely get out of bed in the mornings. There's people that are pulling his strings, man. But yeah, to answer your question in a real roundabout sort of way, Isaac, it's bad, bro. They're walking across. There's a group of them that are hiding. They're trying to evade porque no quieren nada que ver con la migra, bro. They want nothing to do with the border patrol. So they're going to run, they're going to hide. And a lot of those are the people with previous criminal convictions, bro, sexual predators, folks with warrants, lo malo de lo malo, bro, the worst of the worst, bro. And so what you're seeing, I saw that video earlier, bro, all them people from Venezuela coming across, family groups and stuff like that. So they're turning themselves in. Just to be honest, of all the people that are coming across, if there's anybody that's going to have maybe a shot at, an actual asylum claim, it might be the people from Venezuela, bro. But all these other countries, they're showing up with their iPhones and their freaking, Nikes and stuff, dude, and the designer jeans and money in their pocket and airline tickets to take them, to other parts of the United States, man. It's pretty bad. It's also bad not only in the numbers, Isaac, but just in the blatant, just sinvergüenza disregard for the law, bro. Our laws are being violated. Our sovereignty, bro, is being raped. And the way I put it is, if just consider a neighborhood. You live in your neighborhood, and all of a sudden the neighbor across the street starts starts crossing the street, bro, and he just walks in your front door. You wake up in the morning, you smell bacon and eggs cooking, and there's freaking a boatload of people in your living room, bro. And so you have a right to expect that your house is going to be secure. You're going to be safe in your house. You're going to protect and keep your children in a safe place. And the front door, the windows, the back door, everything to our country right now, bro, is wide open, and the world is coming over. I was down at the Border Mission Hope the other day. I talked to a guy from Ghana, bro, from Ghana, from Africa. He'd been there 2 weeks, bro. He was waiting to be placed. And I got that video, man. I should have shot you that video. But anyways, I talked to the guy, interviewed him real quick. He'd been at the Border Mission Hope right there in Eagle Pass, bro, for 2 weeks. Had been waiting because he came over here alone. He came over here without family. He didn't have family over here. So he was waiting to be placed somewhere in the United States. And that's happening not just for folks from Africa, Middle East, the European. They're coming from all over the world, man.
Now, let me ask you this, since you did touch on it, Mission Border Hope, it's here in Eagle Pass, right smack down on Bid Street, where, Bid Street is one. It's one of the most used. I think it's considered by TxDOT as an artery, roadway where, that one gets you where you need to go, right?
Yeah.
And you got this one right smack down there. So you actually visited this place, and you're saying that you interviewed a gentleman that was came over here from Africa.
Yes, sir.
Now that's not just walking or taking a bus or anything. That's literally going through what ocean is out there. You got to go through a whole ocean,
bro. Atlantic Ocean, bro. Unless you went around the world, came over from China or something. But yeah, Atlantic Ocean, bro. That's the thing about it. There's a lot of money involved. And remember, 2018, the caravans, George Soros, bro, the philanthropist, George Soros, multi-billionaire. He was funding this movement. He was funding this caravans, bro.
Yeah, it just amazes me because, I mean, that's not something normal where people cross oceans.
Yeah.
I know that's probably something that's ancestral in our times, in old times, but you don't see those mass movements nowadays. And I think you touched on it earlier where you were saying that these movements are coming because of the invitation that was given by current administration, Biden administration, and pretty much, I think he said it before he was even elected, right?
Yes.
That if I get elected, y'all come on down, pretty much, like if you're in The Price is Right or something. But we saw a video earlier today that we shared. And we saw, and it was in the Del Rio area. This area, we have seen on live videos constantly.
Yeah.
It seems that multiple times for the past couple of months or 2 months, 3 months or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's a mass of people. It's not 2, 3. The video we saw, I think a little bit into it, you see one of the state troopers, a female, carrying a baby.
Yeah, bro. I mean, well, before people go slam the troopers, that's a kid right there. I've been there, bro. There's some story to that. It's just there's actually people living, not more than 100 feet away from there on the U.S. side. That entire road is El Verde Road. It goes right alongside the river, and people live down there, bro. It's a beautiful spot, man. That river is awesome. Fishing, people go canoeing, and they'll bring their, water, the motorcycle. What do you call those jet skis? But there's cliffs on the Mexican side. It's beautiful and it's peaceful. But they're coming across, and that particular portion right there is deep. the female, the DPS trooper, she gets a kid, picks him up, bro. I mean, you don't want a kid to drown, bro. But it's not right. It's an invasion. I mean, it's the movement of a mass amount of people. It's an invasion, and that's the thing, Isaac, is you were saying that earlier. It's what's called asymmetrical war, bro. And asymmetrical war means that it's not non-conventional warfare. It is not your typical, one soldier against another soldier, tank versus tank, plane versus plane. It's warfare that's on the ideological arena, bro, pushing an ideology. And certainly what we see is the ideology of the left, bro. Socialism, Marxism, communism, bro. Uh, uh, Ideology that seeks to erase God. And that's what we see, bro. And the reason I bring it up, I'm also an ordained minister, bro. And I was a chaplain with the Border Patrol, started up the chaplaincy program, which helps a lot of men and women. Our agents, law enforcement personnel going through a bunch of stuff, a lot of stress. And so I was given that opportunity. God opened the door, man. But that particular place that on the river, Isaac, a family used to live there. And back 90s, 2000s, I forget, bro. The man came home, and people were running out of his yard. They jump in the river. They're swimming across, and van las cabecitas, little heads are bobbing as he's swimming. The guy took a shot and hit somebody, bro. Killed a person.
Oh, wow.
And he'd had it, bro. Como dicen, harto. He was tired of it. He fed up, bro. And so we've been active because, look, in the eyes of God, bro, all life is precious, man. Mm-hmm. And what we're trying to avert here is bloodshed, bro. We are trying to prevent help people, bring attention to the matter so that blood does not needlessly have to be spilled, because God cherishes all life, bro. And so, we're out here sounding out the alarm, just bringing attention to the matter. I've taken news crews down to that particular part of the river. The family contacted me actually a couple of days. I guess there have been some restrictions they were coming up with some restrictions. They didn't want people in there. But the owners contacted me and said, look, we got media. Let's talk about allowing access to the media in there. So I got those people's name and number y todo. But anyways, yeah, it's putting people at risk, Isaac. It's putting people at risk to make the long trip. And then our fellow Americans, our fellow Texans, Tejanos are being put at risk because one of these days, bro, something bad, terrible, horrible, tragic is going to happen. It's already happened. Americans, Texans, fellow Tejanos have lost their life, bro. Throughout the years, we've had, illegal aliens commit, crimes. We've had illegal aliens, kill our fellow American citizens, one form or another. You remember that guy, Angel Resendiz, bro? Resendiz? Yeah. I mean, that was the guy that used to ride the railroad track, bro. He killed people all over the country. He was an illegal alien. And I'm not saying, bro, that every single, that there's evil in the hearts of man wherever, bro. But the fact is that our laws are being broken. We have a border for a reason. Ain't nobody in their right mind gonna want the entire city trying to bang on your door, get in your house. And it's not right, bro. There's nations for a reason. There's boundaries. There's sovereignty. We have state lines. It's all throughout the Bible, man. And so it has to be respected. And what we're seeing is a total disregard for the rule of law, man. People are disregarding the law. I mean, next thing you know, it's going to be, you know what? I like your car. I'm going to take it because I don't care. There's a law about me taking your car. Hey, and so it's a slippery slope. And people are it's easy for people to say, hey, pues pobrecitos, we got to help them out and stuff. Look, they got governments, they got governors, they got presidents, they got nations, and some of these Central American, South American nations and other nations of the world, bro. The United States has been sending hundreds of millions of dollars, bro, through the USA, the State Department, United States Office, Agency or Administration for International Development, bro. Hundreds of millions of U.S. taxpayer dollars have been sent around the world. Unfortunately, what happens is you get corruption. You get corrupt government officials that it's the love of money, bro. That's what I've been telling people. what we're going through here is ideological, asymmetrical warfare, but it's also a love of money. And we got a lot of politicians, bro, that are selling their soul because they want to put some money in their wallet, and they're selling themselves out. They're selling out the honor of their family. They're selling out their constituents. They're selling out their fellow Tejanos, bro. They're selling us out, dude. It's got to stop. And so that's what we're out here, man. We're just trying to raise the alarm about all these different dynamics that are going on in our nation, in our state right now.
Yeah, and you touched on it a little bit. As the Republican Party chair in Valverde County,
Yes, sir.
you have a congressman right now that is supporting a strong supporter of the asylums to where he co-sponsored a bill to begin construction on 4 additional facilities to house these people coming over.
Yeah, we're gonna have to hope, bro, that the Senate, if it passes the House, which I don't see how in a Democrat-controlled Congress, bro, this bill, which has been submitted, it's like you call the firemen to come and put out the fire next door, bro, and the firemen show up with water hoses connected to gas, bro, and they start hosing down the house with gas. That's what that bill's doing. It's saying, look, we're going to let people into our country at 4 times the rate. We're going to quadruple. We're going to put it on a fast track assembly line, crank them out. And so what I heard about that, the counter argument, look, we're going to hire 150, 160 immigration judges. And they'll look at the cases right there, and they'll make that determination. Look, immigration judges right off the bat, bro, you know as well as I do, you worked in government. It takes time to recruit people. It takes time to bring them on board, to go through the background checks, to hire them. More so for the federal government, bro. More so. So you're looking at a tremendous time span to get these people on board. And so part of that also is those immigration judges would have to be appointed more than likely by the United States Attorney General, bro. They would have to be appointed because the AG appoints judges. And so think about that. The AG is going to appoint judges. Who is the AG? He is a Biden appointee, bro. He's a Biden selectee. So what you're saying is a guy that lines up with Biden, a guy that believes in the ideology, can even though they say we're going to be objective and all, bro, he's appointed, man. We know how government works. We know how all that stuff works. And so this person is going to appoint 150, 160 immigration judges. So it's not going to be just impacting right now, bro. It's going to be this ideologue who's going to appoint people, bro, that are going to affect American immigration patterns pertaining and specifically asylum. You know, the yeas or nays, thumb up, thumb down for asylum for life, because these guys are appointed for life more than likely, bro. And so it's crazy. You don't put a fire out by throwing gas on it, bro. You gotta drown out that fire. And in this case, it would have been better served if our congressman would have floated a bill, perhaps, to spend American taxpayer money instead of building 4 fast track, crank them out as fast as you can, asylum shelters, to float a bill that says, finish building the wall. Finish building the wall. Bro, I'll tell you what, it took a congressman from Louisiana to do that. Our congressman has 23 miles of U.S.-Mexico border. It's the biggest in Texas, bro. Yeah. And that guy couldn't even float a bill to finish building the wall. Had to take a guy from freaking Shrimpville out there in Louisiana, bro, Gumbo Land, Mardi Gras and all that stuff, bro. It took a guy from Louisiana to freaking float a bill saying, close the wall. And so that would have been better served. There's a senator from Arkansas, I want to say, bro. Mm-hmm. And I can provide you all this. Just look it up. A senator from Arkansas has floated a bill to give law enforcement, peace officers, ICE powers, bro, to detain people, bro. ICE powers. That's a better use. If you're going to be a congressman, you're going to have that pulpit, you're going to have that platform, float common sense legislation, bro. The other thing I've heard is, well, there's pressure building up. We got to release the pressure. Bro, why are we going to release the pressure to the United States, man? Stop it. Let the pressure build in Mexico. Let Mexico do something about this. And toda esta gente que está entrando, bro, all these people that are coming in, maybe they'll get jobs. Maybe they'll get the entrepreneur spirit out there somewhere and, open up, a business. But in the meantime, Isaac, it's your kids. It's my kids. It's our future that's being forfeited, bro. It's our taxpayer money. And right now they're printing money. Look at recession is creeping up, bro. We got massive, not recession, inflation. Massive inflation is creeping up. Look at the prices of stuff right now. And then we got other issues like cars. You see the car lots are running out of cars, bro, because the chip issue. They're not making the little chips. And there's a lot of economic issues. And so we're in a world hurt, bro. We really are. But yeah, to going roundabout, yeah, he did float that bill. Fortunately, we haven't been able to speak with him. We've asked repeatedly of his staff to come to Verde County. It's the third largest county population-wise in CD 23. Kind of crazy though, but you guys in Maverick, you guys turn out more people to vote than Verde County does. And yeah, you guys, 17,000 this last general election. I think we have maybe like 12,000, something like that. 11, 12,000, bro. You guys really crank out the vote. That's now we could just make it, turn out for conservatives, turn out for, and whether people want to accept it or not, bro, there's a lot of people right now in the Democrat Party that are conservative. They're very conservative. And what I would say to them is, look, man, the people driving the Democrat bus right now, they want to break America's back. They want to break America's back, man. Maybe you should give the Republican Party a look. And, we can talk about that también. But anyways, I was just kind of went around to answer your question there.
No. And we appreciate the insight. Now,
Yes,
a few things that I wanted to touch on was the wall. You mentioned the wall, how they put out a bill to complete the wall. Somebody out there in Louisiana.
Yes, sir.
Now, what's the concept on the wall? Because I know I've heard both sides. Of course, I have my own opinion on it. But what I want to hear is from a veteran Border Patrol.
And I'm putting the picture up, bro.
Okay,
that's a guy right there, Clay Higgins, bro. He floated this bill, introduced, finished the Wall Act, man.
When was this? I'm asking.
Yeah, April 22nd, bro. So it's still winding its way through there.
It's fresh. It's still fresh.
It's fresh, man. And that's common sense legislation, man. And so let's talk about the wall, man. Just kind of think about
why is it common sense? Like, for the viewers that are watching, why is the wall the way to go?
Yeah. I mean, just think about a wall, bro, for your house, man. It keeps the elements out. It keeps the bugs out. It keeps it keeps the climate out. It keeps intruders out, bro. But the wall as it pertains to border security, look, out in California, you go out to Imperial Station, Imperial Beach out there, the San Diego sector. You go back to the 80s, bro, 70s, 80s, 90s. You've seen those videos, bro. People coming across the soccer fields down there. They call them a soccer field. They were coming across like a human tsunami, bro. And so they started putting a wall. It started out in the Pacific Ocean a bit, and they built that wall east. And they pushed east into Arizona. And it slowed down the traffic. It made people go around. Now, hey, man, industrious, Mexican, so they came out with ladders and they threw ladders up. And, but you got cameras and sensors and people patrolling. You go catch those people. It significantly turned down the amount of people that were crossing that border. That's what a wall does, bro. Think about a river that's rushing, and then you start building a dam, bro. In the middle of that river, you throw a rock, and then you add more rocks, and you build up a wall of rock in that river. You're going to divert the flow. And that's what the wall is intended to do, is divert the flow, push people away from the populated areas. And what happened out in Arizona, it started pushing them out in the desert. Hey, admittedly, there were some side effects. People started dying out in the desert. It's hard. And the Border Patrol came up with the with BORSTAR, the Border Patrol Search, Trauma, and Rescue Team, BORSTAR. So where we're training agents, EMT, paramedic, bro, we're training them life-saving, giving, IVs and like medical like corpsmen in the military, bro. Battlefield wound kind of treatment. And so these guys they also had a search component to where they would go look for people. And so, anyways, that's the wall. It pushes traffic. You seen the fence down there at the park right there by the river, man? What's the name of that park y'all have right there?
Which one? Where the golf
course? Yeah, the park, man. Last time I was there, man, was a Tejano concert, man. Jimmy Gonzalez was there, bro. I love Tejano music. I can't wait for you guys to have a concert. Probably take my wife down there, ir a chanclear un poquito, man. Go do some dancing. But anyways, yeah, the fences, bro, push traffic off to the sides, and it gives time. It gives Border Patrol time to respond. If like right here in Del Rio, there's fence that is right next to the city. We got houses, neighborhoods, some businesses are right there. It's kind of like Eagle Pass, bro. The fence is right there, and you got families, raising their kids, and people living right there. It pushes that traffic to the sides, and it gives Border Patrol time to respond and apprehend, bro. So, and I'm getting a message here. Stop saying "bro" so much. All right, man. Anyways,
no, and it's. I see what you mean. I mean, I get that concept where a wall can create a funnel to where if you do want to cross, there's only certain areas, and then that's where you concentrate the men you do have to apprehend the people coming over. Now, the thing that came to my mind whenever you did say that is I remember these games that I used to play when I was younger on the computer, Lords of the Realm. I think now it's like Age of Empires, where you grow your city and you protect your city. Now, one of the options that's always there and you always wanted to do was to create a wall around your most vulnerable areas.
Yeah.
Your castle or whatever, depending on the game, you create a wall. And again, it's not that they're coming over here, maybe everybody's being hostile, but it does create and I mean it comes from a tactic to where you create a wall and you set up your archers over here in the game, and then you just pick everybody off. Of course, it's not concept, but you know what I'm saying?
It's some people call it medieval, archaic. The thing that gets me, bro, is you'd hear people complaining, que despota Trump, what a tyrant Trump. You wanted to build a wall. It's kind of funny, bro. I remember when we used to travel, I lived down in the Rio Grande Valley, and all my family, I have great memories of the lower Rio Grande Valley with my family. We lived I was born in McAllen, raised in Alamo. We had these huge family gatherings on Salduas Park down there and everything. We'd go to Mexico. It was primarily get a haircut, maybe go get a milkshake here and there. And my mom had some distant relatives in Monterrey, but I would always trip out on the walls that had glass on top of them. You ever seen that? Where they there's concrete block walls with glass,
and they put glass on top.
They break the glass and they glue it or something on top. Man, that's nasty. You put your hand on that, bro. That's a nasty cut. So it was always hypocritical. I would think that I would see those walls everywhere, man. People have walls in their backyard. They have fences, cyclone fence. It's for security. It's to keep people out. It's to keep your pets inside. Your children go out and play in the yard. You want them safe. It's just a point. It became rhetoric. It became a narrative, man. I mean, look at right now, bro. Nancy Pelosi and Biden and all them. What's the thing about Washington, D.C. right now? It's encircled by fence, bro. They got troops guarding the Capitol. It's hypocrisy, bro. And politics is full of hypocrites. It's full of hypocrisy. And it's also, honestly, bro, full of spineless people. People that don't have a moral backbone, bro. Les falta, bro. And they're running our nation, our state, our counties into the ground. They come around for the vote, and they shake hands and they hold babies and take pictures, and then when they get in power, bro, they get arrogant and they forget that they work for us. We are their boss. They are our servant. They're supposed to be working for our good. Y eso es algo, bro. I think that my mom just drilled it in my head, bro. She drilled it in my head. Stick up for the weak. Stick up for the defenseless. Be a champion for a people, for a cause. Be a champion for what's right. God is a God of justice. And so maybe that's why I have a lot of passion about this stuff, Isaac. I see the wrong, bro. I see the wrong, and I see that these people are supposed to be working for us and doing the best for us. They go to Austin, they go to DC, they go to the county courthouse and the city council chambers, and all of a sudden they think, bro, that they're our masters, and they think, that they know what's best for us. Now they might have more information than we do, Isaac. And that's why citizens need to attend this meeting. Citizens need to go to the city council. They need to go to commissioner's court. They need to look at those videos. They need to look at the money. They need to go research online the documents. Our people perish for a lack of knowledge, and people are too lazy. Hey, man, I'm not maybe lazy, bro. Life is going on all around. I'll be honest with you. My twin sons were born. And bro, we didn't sleep the whole night through for 18 months because our kids kept us awake all night long. And then it's like we came up for air 18 years later, bro. It's like, whoa, man, And they were flying the coop and everything. And so, anyways, they're leaving the nest. And so I get it. People get involved, bro. And along the line there, Isaac, I just sense God, bro, pulling on my heart, saying, "You gotta get involved, Frank. You got to get involved." And I left the Border Patrol 5 years early. I could have stayed 35 years. I left close to $500,000-$600,000 on the table, bro. I was a GS-13, 8, making about $130 a year, bro. And I left it all on the table because I heard the voice of God in my heart, bro, saying, you got experience. You've got a message, Frank. There's a passion in your heart. There's something you want to say. You got to speak. And I would say, God, what, God, what do you want me to do? And go to the Hispanic people, and you got to tell them the truth. The Democrat Party is using them. It's using us, bro. Look, Alan West, the chairman for the Republican Party of Texas, has come down several times, and he was participating in a movie called Uncle Tom, bro. Uncle Tom. You need to check out that movie. It's pretty cool. It's like a documentary. But at the end, they say, hey, to my Hispanic brothers and sisters, they're coming after you. They're coming after you. And what they say is, look at the status of the Black family in America, what's happened to them. And they want to do the same thing to the Hispanic family. Now, look, I'm not into identity politics, bro. I grew up in South Texas. I grew up loving the Dallas Cowboys, the New York Yankees, going to school. And I was in the Army. I was an American. I was a Texan. There was never a moment in my life when, at that early age, when somebody told me, you're a brown skin, that just didn't exist. That didn't exist. And so we the term Hispanic means, people who came from the European section, of Spain. And I've traced my name. Lopez, bro, comes from wolf. Lopez, wolf. There's even a coat of arms, like those, you talk about those games, bro, like the shield, the coat of arms. Yeah, bro, it's a double wolf, man. Lopez comes from the word wolf, man. And then my name, Frank, is, to be honest, to be blunt, to be, and I'm just speaking it like it is. I'm not one of these that talks and runs around calling, Democrats names and stuff, bro. No. But what I do say is, look, you're conservative. You love your family. You believe in the American work ethic. You believe in earning through your own labor, something you can be proud of. SOS, that is to be a conservative, bro. To have traditional values. There's a man and there's a woman. Two sexes created by God. That is conservative. That is biblical, bro. It's the truth. People may not like that, but it's the truth, bro. And so a lot of people that live in this border region in Texas, Tejanos, they're more conservative than they realize. Is that they're just on that Democrat bus, and I'm just saying, get out before it goes off the cliff, you know.
No, yeah, and we've seen the changes, and the reason why I feel that I'm able to comment on the situation is
Uh-huh.
that I do have an uncle that's been in local politics. He's been a Democrat as long as I can remember. I grew up. I mean, you grow up in families, and you get to a point where once you're old enough to understand a little bit, you follow what you're being told, right?
Yes.
Or the example. And I appreciate him, and I'll say he's actually still a commissioner in Maverick County. He's a Democrat, uh, and we don't see eye to eye as far as upper national type politics. But
Uh-huh.
I can say that I'm proud to call him my uncle, because he is the only one at commissioner's court questioning the status quo and the situation that's going on. So,
Yeah.
in that respect, I will say, if he is watching, of course, I love my uncle, but
Yeah.
you grow up with a certain, and I think I can relate with a lot of the people in my area. You grew up with a certain teaching or a certain belief that the Democratic Party is for you.
Yeah.
And maybe at one point it could have been,
Yeah.
but that's no longer the case.
Yeah.
That's no longer the case.
I totally agree with that, Isaac. I mean, I saw a movie. I forget what the name of the movie. I think it was like something like 13 Days in November or something. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's that movie with John F. Kennedy, bro. And it was during the Cuban Missile Crisis. And he was a Democrat. And bro, he did the right thing for America. He did the right thing for our future. He did the right thing to keep us to keep this Western Hemisphere safe from the Russians who wanted to use Cuba as a missile base, man. I mean, be able to launch right into the heart of America. And so, Democrat President John F. Kennedy did the right thing. And down in the valley, bro, mi familia está metida en la política. They're in politics. I've had family done everything, bro. School board, city council, all that stuff. And so I know about that, and that's why I'm not disrespecting people who call themselves Democrats. I'm not, bro. I mean, honestly, we can have great conversations, and it's like, oh, really, you're Democrat? I mean, we see eye to eye in a lot of different things, but people say, politics is local. At some point or another, Isaac, gonna have to pay your dues, bro. And at some point or another, the party's gonna say, okay, this is where you have to show your loyalty. Now, don't get me wrong, man. There's some issues within the Republican Party, and Colonel Allen West, Chairman Allen West, put out a message this Monday, and it really, I think, bro, spoke to a lot of the stuff that we've been seeing, that I've been seeing, that I've been wrestling with. And I said this in the Border Patrol, I would get ticked off because, look, in 2006, I was in charge of recruitment for the Border Patrol. I went up to Washington, D.C. as an assistant chief, got millions of dollars in budget. Then I came back to Del Rio sector headquarters aquí, and I had to spend a lot of money to recruit people. And it would frustrate me and anger me, bro, that we would tell people, you're great, man. You got it. You're the best. Come on board. And when they got into the Border Patrol, bro, some people treated them like they were freaking nuggets, man. Like they were, like they didn't have brains. And I was like, no, man, you don't treat trained new people that way. You treat people with dignity and with respect. And so, I'm not disrespecting people who call themselves Democrats, bro. And I agree with Colonel Allen West that as a stakeholder, somebody who is in this vehicle, in this, whether it's or this family or this relationship or this business association, this organization, we have a stake in it, bro. And my concern, I have serious concerns about the Republican Party, and I've talked about this with people. How can we tell people que se vengan a este partido and there's freaking shenanigans going on? There's there's backroom deals, there's corruption, there's stuff going on. Now I can see some people, oh my God, Frank's talking bad about the Republican Party. Look, man, when you go to the doctor, you don't tell the doctor. He comes back looking at you with a serious look on his paper. He's got a file of paperwork that thick, bro, and he looks at you like crap, dude. I mean, you want him to give it to you straight. And so that's what I'm here for. Is there's some issues within the Republican Party también that need to be fixed. If we want people to come over, we need to show them something different. We need to show them how we're different from the Republican Party. And I always say it's about people. When I became the chairman in Valverde, Isaac, I told my executive committee, Republicans need to get away from cheerleading for candidates every 2-4 years, whatever. They need to go into the community. They need to go into the barrios. They need to go into the colonias. They need to go knock on doors and talk to people and get to know people. And ¿qué son tus problemas? ¿Cómo te puedo ayudar? What are your problems? How can I help you? And maybe, we can't fix a city street ourselves, bro, but we can make some calls and we can say, hey, look, we got a group of people. There's a neighborhood down here. They got some problems. What's the city going to do about that? Let's meet with the street department manager, the supervisor over freaking waterworks or parks and recreation, and let's show down there como gente, and that's the thing, Isaac. I'm sure you see it, bro. Politicians respond to money and they respond to pressure, bro.
And I think the whole situation that we're trying to, I mean, not that we're trying to create, but that as we go through what we're doing, it's creating that pressure for them.
Yeah.
And
I love it, bro.
No, yeah.
We got to hold them accountable, bro. They work.
And I totally agree with you on that sense. I totally agree with you because we are the ones who elect these people. We are the ones, I mean, regardless of how, exactly. Regardless of how it gets done, people go out to vote for certain, the elected officials. So they should be held accountable by the people that put them there. Yeah. Point in question, let's say Tony Gonzalez. We've been trying to reach him out, and I hate to make it seem like we're picking at him because we did have Raul Reyes not so long ago, and of course he had his jabs to throw in there like anybody else would in his position.
Yeah.
But what's your sense? We want to. I know we kind of touched it a little bit, but we didn't go too much in depth. How do you see that? Because we do know, and just for transparency for everybody, that you were the campaign manager for Raul Reyes when he was running for Congress against Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah.
And I mean, not to put you on the spot or anything like that, but we do want to hear your perspective as far as, because we did see what went down here in Eagle Pass, and we spoke with Raul Reyes about how that went down and the role media played in that situation as well. Yeah. But we'd like to hear what you think and how, as a chairman of Valverde, that for the Republican Party, it's very relevant. Your thoughts on the situation being that Tony Gonzalez claims to be a Republican. And it kind of seems by what you've been saying, it's not you guys don't see eye to eye on some of the issues down here.
We don't, bro. I mean, I'll be honest with you. But look, we ran this campaign, and for a couple of guys, bro, I think we just used good old fashioned American ingenuity, bro. We saw what needed to be done. Raul, he spent 23 years analyzing data. I looked at trends and patterns. We have a saying in the Border Patrol: give me barbed wire and a pair of pliers and I'll make you a plane. Bro, in the Border Patrol, we pride ourselves on getting the job done, so that we had a mission to do, and that's the way we went. It was a hard-fought battle, but one thing I'll tell you about that, Isaac, is anything we said about Mr. Gonzalez, anything we said about Tony, we sourced it, bro. We provided the proof. We did not freaking fabricate stuff. We provided sources, from wherever we got it. But we wanted people to see that if we said something, they could track it. you know, and so Mr. Gonzalez was asked to source some of those outlandish freaking lies he said about my friend Raul Reyes and my brother in Christ, Raul Reyes. We asked him to source it, bro, and he did not source it. Descarado, bro, he still ran with it. Shameless, bro. And you know, Isaac, it's like if somebody says something about you, bro, you know, or about your family member, you
It's
want
been said. It's been said.
well, bro,
I
but
mean,
it's been said, bro. But you know what I'm getting to is put your money where your mouth is. Let's see the proof. Let's see the proof. And Tony Gonzalez never did that. You know, and that's just one part of a character trait that I saw in this guy, bro. You know, he started running in CD 35. Big story in the San Antonio Express News about how he came back after 20 years. The streets hadn't changed, nothing had changed. And next thing you know, he jumps into CD23. Va, y eso? Y tu familia? Tus amigos? What about your neighborhood, your family? Hey, bro, that was just one. And then we spent time studying, because in politics, that's what you do. You study your opponent. You look at what they say, their policy stand, you know, what they're doing. And we spent time studying him, and we sounded the alarm on him. I did reach out to Tony when I became the chairman, bro. And I reached out to his San Antonio guy, Michael Blair. We talked in the parking lot because he wasn't giving me the time of day. And so I went over there. I was thinking, hey, maybe I'll bump into Tony. But this guy came, approached me, turned out to be Michael Blair. And I talked to him and I said, look, man, yeah, we had some differences. It was a rough primary. It was. But now I'm the chairman. I'm different, man. I even went out and told people, vote for Tony Gonzalez. You know, at that point, I was along this thing, you know, hey, the chairman thing, you know, it's got to be a certain neutrality and stuff. Even though I saw the hypocrisy of people that didn't do that when Raul was on the scene. But anyways, bro, I reached out to him, and I told him, look, man, let's work together for the good of our constituents, our Republican constituents. And the guy told me, and he said, yeah, we want to work with you, Frank. And I looked him in the eye, bro, and I told him, hey, look, Michael, we're standing here man to man. I'm looking at you in your eyes, bro. I want to believe you. Don't let me down. And they've never called me back since then, bro. I've texted them. I've invited them to meetings, and they haven't replied, bro. We had the border symposium, invitados, they didn't come, bro. And so I've been posting, hey, you know, come to Verde, set up the date and the time, and I will find the biggest venue I can find, bro. However much money I can get together, we will find you the biggest place. We will pack it. And it's not going to be RSVP. It's going to be announced. It's going to be an open town hall. It's going to be open mic, no pre-submitted questions. It's people they walk up to a microphone, and they ask their congressman, their representative, whatever they want to ask him. And they tell their congressman whatever they want to tell him, because we live in a republic, and he is our representative, bro. And he avoids us. And that is not Frank Lopez he's avoiding, bro. He avoided Fernando Garcia, who was the former county chairman. Stood him up 3 times, bro. 3 events set up. He didn't come to the candidate forum. He didn't come to a town hall that Fernando Garcia set up for him. And he didn't come to the debate. He didn't do one single debate with Raul Reyes, bro, during the campaign season. What kind of a representative, what kind of a man avoids the people he has been elected to represent, bro? What kind of person does that? You know, what kind of official does that? He spends his time running around. He does come into town, and he does talk to the money people, and he talks to the people of influence. But Joe Blow, Mickey D's worker and city worker and stuff, he won't have a town hall that's announced that says, I'm going to be here at 7, you show up. And when it is, it's RSVP, you know, and you got to submit your questions. So, bro, that's not the way it's supposed to work, bro. That's not the way it's supposed to be, man.
Well, you know? I mean, if it makes you feel any better, it doesn't make me feel any better, but he's been avoiding us too. So, I mean, we've, and you know, and that's it. I've mentioned this before. is that I thought I had a foot in the door because I do have I'm a grant consultant. That's my small business that I do have,
Yeah.
and I do have clients. And after Tony was elected, we had Mr. Blair out there with my not with one of my clients, right, with one of the representatives, me and him, going through our the hydro electric power plant out there in Baquemal, Texas, and seeing the area, promising, hey, we'll do this, we'll do that. Then a couple of months later, this news thing came about. So I've been trying to contact them through both,
Yeah.
like through not just the news end, but through my grant consulting, because
Yeah.
the clients that I do have, they need the assistance of the congressman.
Yeah, bro.
We haven't been able to. We haven't been lucky, just like you haven't.
Well, and man, I mean, he's got his reasons, bro. But the fact of the matter is, here is a Republican congressman that does not want to meet with the Republican Party of one of the counties in his district. That's what it boils down to. Doesn't matter if it's Frank Lopez. Doesn't matter if it's whoever, bro. Tia Angie or whoever, bro. It doesn't matter. He does. A Republican congressman does not want to meet with the Republican Party of one of the counties in his district. What's up with that? It's like the mayor. It's like the mayor doesn't want to meet with the citizens of his city, bro. It's like the county judge doesn't want to meet with the citizens of his county. Who's gonna put up with that, bro? It's like the father doesn't want to talk to his children. El esposo no quiere hablar con su esposa. I mean, that's not the way relationships work, man. A guy's got to set aside whatever internal thing he's got going, and he needs to meet with his constituents. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree with you more. Frank, we're already getting close to the 1 hour.
So fast, bro.
It doesn't feel like an hour, right?
It doesn't.
That's exactly what I was about to say. But we do have right now coming on Ruben Falcon, who actually ran from the Republican Party.
Yes,
that actually ran against Heriberto Morales, which Heriberto Morales did win that state rep.
Yes,
but I do want to say we really enjoy that you taking the time, Frank. I look forward to sometime, hopefully next month, having you on again. There is some stuff that we wanted to get into, but the conversation went the way it did, and we really enjoy the feedback that we're getting. I don't know if you were looking at the comments as they were coming by, but everything was positive, and we want you back. Is pretty much is what we want to say. So
and that's I get it, bro. I mean, hey, you asked, bro. I'm not gonna shy away from these things. You could ask whatever, Isaac. I'm going to answer, bro. I'm not here to hide or do anything like that. I do want to say, though, we are people from Eagle Pass are asking us for a rally like the one we've done in Del Rio and Carrizo Springs. Kenny County did one, and they're popping up all over. And people are saying, well, hey, what about Eagle Pass? There's a lot of gente in Eagle Pass, bro, that feel like we do. It's like, hey, man, los partidos, what are they doing for us? And it's getting to a point where you're going to have to look at the people. You're going to have to talk to these candidates. And I would say, look, man, primary season's coming around. There's a lot of people who have conservative principles. And man, I got it right here. I wish we could share it. Just go to the Republican Party page. Look at our platform. Go to the Democrat Party page. Look at their platform. And look at what we believe in now. Our candidates have to stand and fight for that. And that's part of what upsets us about some of our Republican elected officials, bro, is they're not abiding by the platform. And it's a biblically centered platform. The principles in there are straight out of the Bible, bro. And so that's why I'm a Republican, because that's what speaks to my heart, to my spirit, man. And so anyways, thanks for the opportunity. It went this way. Some people are going to say, hey, man, Frank, why'd you go? Hey, Isaac asked, I answered. That's what it is, man.
No, and we appreciate that, because that's what we kind of made this little platform for. We don't we don't shy away from asking those difficult
Yeah.
questions and those uncomfortable ones, but
Yeah.
I think that that's when you can gauge when a person is being real and a person, how you say, it shies away or doesn't want hiding from
Yeah.
something. And we appreciate the truth coming from you, and we appreciate your time as well. So I mean, I really do hope that we can maybe sometime next month, June coming up
Sure.
real quick.
Next
And
month, bro. Hey, I'm ready next week. But anyways,
no, yeah, I mean, Frank, we're in contact. We'll be there, and we appreciate your time and everything. And we look forward to seeing you again.
yes, sir. Anytime, bro. You guys got my number.
All right, thank you, Frank.
All right.
Appreciate it.
God bless, bro.
Likewise. Guys, that was Frank Lopez Jr. Again, U.S. veteran, former Border Patrol, over 30 years with the Border Patrol. We brought him in so you guys can go ahead and hear the perspective that he has to offer, being a former Border Patrol, the Republican chair for the Valverde County, and you guys got to hear a little bit of the insights of what he had to offer and everything he had to tell from experience, which is what we like to bring you guys, people with experience that have gone through these things, so you guys can know what's happening and everything that you're getting firsthand experience. Not from what I'm telling you, but from somebody that knows, somebody that's been there, somebody that can speak with expertise about the situation, the border crisis that we are having here. And again, a little bit of insight on the politics of it, of how we went from where we were at not too long ago, just last year, to where we are right now, and who has involvement in that. So right now, guys, like I said, we have another interview at 8, which is running a little bit late. We're gonna go ahead and send him the email right now so he can join on. We have Ruben Falcon for you guys. Ruben Falcon is he just got reelected to the city council in Fort Stockton. He is going to join us. He's a Republican Party that ran against Eddie Morales, our current state rep, and from the Democratic Party. So give us about a 5-10 minute intermission. We're going to go ahead and bring on Ruben Falcon, and we'll start up a new live on this one. But join us, please. Don't leave your chair. Go ahead and grab something to drink, something to eat real quick, and pull up. We're about to come live right now in about 5-10 minutes, and we'll see you in a little bit with Ruben Falcon, guys.